Welcome to r/leopardsatemyface, where there's actually such things as consequences. Who'd have thought? Ads are playing in Ohio today to fire Massey, paid for by MAGA Kentucky PAC, but Rep Massey still denies the Trump vendetta against him. I don't really think he has a vendetta against me, Massey said. He's trying to keep the other people in lockstep with him by attacking me. He knows I can weather it. I don't know about you, but by the looks of it, this kind of badly made advert is telling me there might be a vendetta against him. Jeez, who did he pay to make that? Looks like that took a whole 5 minutes on Adobe Photoshop. Guys, where's the Epstein list? They now say there isn't one. Right? This Trump admin is a complete joke. Father Warp Speed Trump has been saying he's gonna drain the swamp for over 8 years now, and still nothing? And you believed he did it the first term? Well, hey, if you believe that, I've got a glass hammer and some blinker fluid to sell ya. Yo, we happy? Vincent, we happy? Oh yeah, we happy. You know what I think would be a really good idea? If someone actually starts producing either Fell For It Again award stickers or actual ribbons and starts giving them away at Trump parades. Yeah, but I voted for Trump without knowing what it was like to be on the other side of the fence. Oh, congratulations. You voted without even hearing out the other side? Is that what you're saying? Well, after being on the other side of the fence, where life be lifin', boy, Trump's starting to scare me, cause, I needs these programs, la la la, geesh. That's certainly a way to write a Facebook post, I guess. But yeah, who could have thought that, actually looking at both sides and doing research might lead to you not being in a cult? But hey-ho, that's me talking crazy, right? Great job, guys. We've managed to jack the national debt up several trillion more dollars, the exact opposite of what I was promised. The notorious and prolific liar is lying, and has lied, exactly like he did his previous term. See, but could we have really seen that coming? Oh, wait, half the country did. I voted for Trump 3 times. Wow, so you've had a lot of time to figure out what he's like, and you still believed him? I'm not sure what was accomplished other than funding the bloated government bureaucracy. Well, other than funding the bloated government bureaucracy, whatever that means, my dear taxpayer, you get the sweet graces of another aircraft carrier, a couple of more F-35s, and a whole naval task force. And even still, you've probably got a couple $100 billion change. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Trump can't believe the press is talking about Epstein? Well, yeah, it's been more than 2 weeks, so like his own memory, the entirety of the United States should have forgotten it as well. I voted for this man 3 times, I campaigned for him, I worked my ass off. And didn't do a bit of research by the looks of it. And I feel like I do not recognize him at all. This is sickening. At this point, I'm surprised that they're against hurting kids. Yeah, it won't last. What do you mean? It doesn't exist anyway. Have you not seen all the footage and stories of all those kids getting kidnapped by ICE and put in, quote, detention centers? I can picture Republicans coming off this to cover Taco Don's ass. If other countries allow relationships and marriage of young adults, why can't we? A 14-year-old is the same as a 24-year-old. The only difference is that there's a 2 in the age. Taco Don did nothing wrong. Oh yeah, if anything comes out, which will be really surprising to be honest, with how odds are strictly they're keeping those walls up, they will 100% move the goalposts on that. Moving decades worth of infrastructure is actually that easy. What the fuck? My workplace just scrapped the increments for this year because they can't afford them due to tariffs? If it wasn't for these fucking whiny lefties, all production would have been moved to America by now. What? That all the factories would have been built in 6 months? Wow, Republicans really don't know what global infrastructure's like. And obviously the obligatory blaming it on the left. 100 Trump tarts versus accountability. That's such an insult to say 100. It could be 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million, even 100 million. And yeah, accountability would still win. Yes, if it weren't for the lefties, America could have achieved total autonomy over a period of 6 months. Definitely. Did they forget they have control over all 3 branches of government? What liberals are stopping them? Seems like they're only using the whole full control of the government to turn that shit more into fascism, as opposed to the whole build the factories and the mines, obviously to put all the children in thing. But hey, that probably comes down later in the line, doesn't it? Even if they did know, they don't know how the government operates, so it means nothing to them. They don't know how the government operates, they don't even know how their local town operates. They don't even know how shipping operates. You really think they'd be able to grasp global economics and supply lines and infrastructure? Yeah, no. A lot of them can't even spell government. Whoa, I can spell it completely fine as a MAGA myself. GUVRNMENT, right? Hey Chan, if you guys knew the shocking news that liars might lie sometimes, you should totally like and subscribe, because it helps this gay guy reading stuff a lot. But hey, I hope you guys have a good day, and back to the video. GOP lawmakers turn on Pete Kegsbreath, want him fired as soon as possible. A former Air Force general and swing district lawmaker intensified his criticism of Defense Secretary Pete Kegsbreath on Wednesday, demanding his resignation or dismissal during an interview on NBC's Meet the Press Now with Ryan Nobles. Bacon, who recently announced he will not seek re-election, cited Hegseth's alleged role in suspending weapon transfers to Ukraine, without President Donald Trump's knowledge, as further evidence of his unfitness for office. I love that MAGA in general has just kind of gone full mask off about being Russian assets at this point, getting rid of all aid for Ukraine almost instantly, and then wanting to sign mineral deals in exchange for a ceasefire that's probably going to last a couple of months, and all it would do is give Russia the opportunity to restock and resupply, and prepare for a full-scale invasion again. Yeah, something's giving me that little amount of suspicion that they might be Russian assets. The call follows Bacon's earlier condemnation of Hegseth over the Signalgate scandal. See how literally everyone forgot about that almost instantly, like a week or 2 later? The Trump regime literally pumps out week after week historically scandalous moments that in a sane society would result in prison sentences or resignations. Who could have known that a Fox News weekend host is unqualified to run a $900 billion organization? I know, right? Who would have thunk? Who would have drunk? Obviously, Pete Kegsbreath would have drunk. Love watching good old boys realize that they were just stepping stones. Well, yeah, they weren't billionaires, were they? So of course they weren't actually going to be taken into mind. So, y'all still supporting Trump, or nah? Pissed me straight off. There is no way there isn't a client list. If there wasn't clients, then why the hell did they charge Epstein or Maxwell? I'm not buying the bullshit. Yeah, that's really a crazy thing, right? You know, Epstein died in prison and Ghislaine got sentenced to like 20, 30 years or something for sex trafficking to no one, apparently. If they don't release it, I won't support him or any of the liars he installed. I mean, you're a bit late for that, bud. Back of the line. He got voted in on that, and now he's flip-flopped on it, and a few other things. A few? Excuse me? Just a few? Okay, maybe you've got a bit more time until your eyes are a bit more open. You know, maybe check the news or something. And with a bit of research, you might realize that you were definitely duped. I never would have thought they would do this. Just goes to show that every single person in Washington is corrupt. Every last one of them. Well, not all of them, but there's a decent amount. But hey, one side was pretty alright, and the other was fully mask off about creating a neo-Gestapo and going full autocracy. But hey, we vote for that one, because all the propaganda's a bit better, you know? Just a photo up to get votes. Big reasons I voted for Trump. Cooperation with Elon. Oh, wait. Lower deficit. Oh, never mind. I mean, don't worry, at least we still got the Epstein Oh. Oopsie. 1 billion MAGA versus 1 reality check. Who wins? Oh, yeah, the reality check every time. 2 of those reasons are not even actual proper presidential policies, and if you vote for those, you are a moron. Trump voters are either stupid or hateful or both. I could lump a lot more things onto that pile. Add selfish to the list. Okay, I'll add a few more. Racist, homophobic, transphobic, bigoted in general. Generally xenophobic and hates everyone that's not them. Covers a decent amount of the bases. Also narcissism, that's a big one. And ultimately consequentially irrelevant whether they're deliberate or negligent, as anyone vulnerable have and will continue to suffer and die. There is no remorse, it's all pure spine. They're not even remorseful for their actions, even when it affects them. It's just spite that it happened. And you know, not to the other people. I mean, it did happen to the other people, but it shouldn't have happened to them. That lasted longer than I expected. Breaking news, Linda Yaccarino steps down as CEO of Elon Musk's X. The resignation comes a day after the Grok chatbot's anti-Semitic outburst. Well, I think that was Elon's doing, right? Wait, so you're telling me when I have a chatbot that's like supposed to be objective and only say facts, actually starts saying things from the left? That can't be right. That must be the woke mind virus. So I'm gonna turn it into a Nazi now. What's gonna go wrong? I really wonder who's gonna hire this Nazi sympathizer next. The White House? GOP? No. Fox? Ding ding ding. Well, if they get hired by Fox, it will be a matter of time before they get put into a high position of governmental power. So they could see this as a promotion, if anything.